Hello everyone! Welcome back to our channel. We are the Princess and the Sith. If you guys are new here, my name is Jess.
I'm Nico.
And today we just saw Onward, the newest Pixar movie, and we're going to review it for you guys. Kind of a review / first reactions.
There's going to be spoilers, so if you don't want to see
100%.
any spoilers, leave this video, bookmark it, or save it for later, do something with it, and then come back and watch our video later on,
Yes,
alright?
and avoid the comments because I don't know if there'll be any spoilers too. But we like talking spoilers, so...
And speaking of likes, like the video now. Don't do it later because you'll forget. And we appreciate all the likes that we get. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyway, Onward, right?
Onward, so from the first trailer, what was your expectations going into it?
I had no expectations.
Like zero? You had no thoughts?
Not really. I was like, oh, look, a Pixar movie.
I am all for original, non-sequel Pixar. Like, I feel like I'm always pumped to see something new. This one, in particular, I didn't think would appeal to me as much. I don't know. There was, like, I was excited for a new Pixar movie, but it just didn't seem like a plot that would appeal to me. I don't know. Like, I don't think I ever, like, really talked about it.
Not at all.
I don't know. I thought the animation looked a little weird.
You described it as Pixar, not Pixar, like, as DreamWorks-like.
Yeah, it was so funny. From the beginning, I liked the look of, like, the main characters, Ian and Barley, but I thought all the background characters, I don't know, it just wasn't very Pixar to me. It seemed more DreamWorks, but...
To me, I loved the animation. I thought it was beautiful. I thought the character designs were very good.
Well, I was about to say, I was wrong. So, I was wrong. I actually really liked the animation.
From the trailer, the one thing I did like was the character design and the world.
The opposite. So now,
Aesthetic.
What were your initial thought? Going at, like, the credits rolled, what'd you think?
I really enjoyed the movie. Was it perfect? No, but it doesn't need to be perfect. If I had to give an initial, like, gut rating, gut.
Oh, if you've seen the
guts,
movie.
my gut never lies. Well, my gut says it was a solid 7.5, 8. Somewhere in that range. I'll give it a 7.75 on the Nico scale.
So I went into this with kind of like no to a little bit low expectation. And what was the first thing I said when the lights went on?
I don't know. I think he said I loved it or something like that. I don't know. She was also crying. She was a bit emotional.
Guys, I loved this movie. It hit me like right at the heartstrings. I don't know. I just loved everything about it. I think the characters are what made it for me, and we'll talk more into that. And I think there was something really classic about the story. And I don't know, I kind of fell in love with it. I just thought it was everything that Pixar encompasses. It was funny, it had heart, it was emotional, it was real, and I don't know, it was something that I feel like I connected with, and I just absolutely loved it, and I feel like I haven't felt this way about really any movie since Coco, and that Coco came out in 2017. So I was really impressed with Onward.
Yeah, so as far as the story goes, it was kind of just a generic hero's quest sort of thing. Main character starts out down here. They struggle. A lot happens. They grow in power. They overcome their obstacles, and then the movie kind of ends. That's how those generic stories work. So in that regards, I thought it was very, straightforward. Nothing was too surprising. The thing that I felt was really good were the character dynamics and the character writing.
And family dynamics, too.
Absolutely. Like, ultimately, it's a story about two brothers. That's what it is to me.
Yeah.
It's a brother story. It's a family story, And it's something that I think a lot of people can relate to, which is nice, too.
I 100% agree. And I don't think it needed to be anything more than, like, I liked its simplicity.
Yeah.
It wasn't overly complicated, but yet it had layers at the same time. We're still, like, processing it all.
Yeah.
Like, it was simple, but, like, had a lot to it. And there was a lot of morals. And a lot of good morals, and a lot of good things came out of this quest. It wasn't just like the end result. A lot of things changed because of their actions.
The complexity was in character relationships, not the story. So, for example, the fact that the father wasn't there for Ian, but like the older brother met him, and the mom, obviously, she lost her husband and stuff. So the way that affected them, and the growth and the realization of what their brotherly relationship meant as they were after the fact of going through this quest. That's where the real meat and potatoes of the story was.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about the story?
No, I think you covered it That was exactly how I felt.
All right,
When I
want to talk
get
about the
into
characters at all? Yeah, talk about the characters.
Oh my goodness. And I gotta say, they really did such an amazing job with both Ian and Barley. For me personally, Ian is a character that I feel like I've wanted to see on screen for a long time. And just someone who is shy and is awkward and tries his hardest, fails, but gets back up and does it again. And maybe it doesn't work again, and maybe there's repercussions, but tries and eventually succeeds through that. And it honestly, personally, Ian just hit me like in a very relatable way, where I feel like in media a lot of characters recently, and I don't know if you could vouch with me for this, are just, I don't know, media is portraying a lot of characters as good at everything right away and kind of perfect and sleek and what's the other, we were talking about it before.
Yeah. So the way I think about it, for those that have seen it, I kind of think of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, where Peter Parker is supposed to be like this, and this is the way most protagonists and heroes kind of go in these stories. They're kind of awkward, they don't fit in their world, they have a lot of growing to do, but instead what characters have done lately, such as Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, like I was saying, they're kind of like confident, maybe a little awkward and geeky, but like they fit in their niche and they're confident in what they do. And I feel like that's been a thing now.
Yeah, and I feel like it's been happening in Disney and in a lot of other media, like Marvel also, just all of these characters. I don't want to use the word perfect, but sometimes I don't feel like there's as much of a struggle or as much of a
It's almost like characters that are okay with their flaws and own them right off the bat.
Yes,
rather than characters have flaws and have to push through them
and are like struggling with them, and it was just very relatable.
And the funny thing about that is I feel like characters maybe from like 20 years ago in common media, they pretty much all did that, and that was kind of against the grain to go back in that way, which I think is kind of funny. Mm-hmm. But it was refreshing in a way.
And Barley was just so charming and funny, and just Chris Pratt owned it.
Yeah.
Loved him.
The funny
and he
thing
had his own...
about that, any other story, that would have been the character that was the main protagonist.
Yes.
Because he was fearless, he knew what he was doing, he had a little knowledge.
But that was kind of his flaw too, and he was insecure about that, which I also really appreciated, that they showed these characters, that's probably what I'm saying here, they showed these characters' insecurities very well.
And they show how their flaws would impact them in a realistic way, I think.
Mm-hmm. Comment down below if you agree. If you don't, that's okay too. That's just like something we've kind of been thinking of.
It's just our opinion.
Just our opinion. That's okay. You could disagree. But that's what I really liked about the characters. I love their mom.
Oh, the mom was great.
She was awesome. Yeah. She was so funny.
She was funny. She was tough. She really
like,
put in God.
Oh my gosh. We loved her too. And she kind of had her own little side plot. And all of the side characters were really charming and fun.
I like the mom's boyfriend.
He was
like, he's basically like, oh, I like this lady a lot, but damn, her kids are killing me. That was so funny.
Yeah, he was great. I liked her ringtone every time he called.
Yeah.
So we love the characters. Like, I feel like they're gonna be characters that I'm gonna want to meet in the parks. I'm gonna want to get their autographs. I heard they're at the parks now. So
it's fine. It's kind of funny, but this story had some Disney magic to it.
It did, and I felt like there was moments that I was like, wow, I went through that when I was a teenager. Like, I saw a lot of myself in Ian. So that, like, right off the bat, within the first, like, 20 minutes of the film, I was like, I'm sold. Like, I love this.
It's a great family movie, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
The music in the movie was great.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so funny when we were talking about, before the movie, we were like, what should we talk about in our review? And he says to me, the music. And I'm like, well, it's not a musical. Like, I don't think we're going to have anything noteworthy to say about music.
Pixar is usually really good about picking their tracks that they put in the movies, though. Like, the music always meshes and adds to their story. Mm-hmm. And this really did it well. Like, I feel it was kind of like almost like an 80s rock type of thing going on sometimes.
Yeah. And
it really brought in that... it really added to the story.
100%. Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
Especially the Guinevere, R.I.P. Guinevere scene.
Guinevere's death. That was such a funny scene. Oh my god. Guinevere. As soon as this movie is really released on home video, I'm just gonna rewatch that on YouTube.
Video?
Blu-ray.
Disney Plus?
Disney Plus. I don't know. Whatever you call it
Home
these days.
video.
Am I that old now?
Now available. Oh, no.
Disney Home Video.
Out of the vault.
Yeah. Oh man.
God.
What am I saying?
You aged yourself.
Yeah, I did.
You dug yourself into a hole on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to climb out of it. But Guinevere's not climbing out from under those rocks, am I right?
They kind of I love how they referred to her as she. Like, she was her own character.
I will make an argument that Guinevere was a character, and Guinevere had her own flaws.
Guinevere is my favorite Disney character.
Oh my god, I want a Guinevere pin.
I want a Guinevere pin too.
Oh, I hope they make that.
I hope they do.
I really
too.
want Guinevere pin.
Stop. I just loved this whole movie, and I don't know. Just as soon as it ended, I'm like, I just loved all of it, every single second.
Was there anything you didn't like?
That I wanted more. Like, to be honest, that was my first reaction. I'm like, I almost wanted. I don't know. I wanted to see maybe more of the world, more of the other kids at school, the other kind of side characters, how this world works, and more of that.
They're probably going to make an Onward Disney Plus series. This will work so well as a Disney Plus series.
Would.
There's so much they could do with it. Oh my god, that's what's going to happen.
I have to say, is probably one of the only Pixar movies that I'd be really excited for a sequel. I don't know, people always talk about maybe what movies, the Toy Story series getting another one, a sequel, or Brave or Wall-E, and I'm kind of eh. But this one I would be excited about.
You know what? There's so much they could do with this world, though. I'd rather see them do a TV show. Like an extended TV show, really explore characters, really explore the world instead of just doing a big sequel. I'm not saying that would be a bad thing.
Mini quests.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they'll just do a sequel on Disney Plus. You never know what they're going to do with that, right?
So yeah, those were our thoughts. Honestly, do you have anything, any criticism over it?
Just that the plot was slightly generic. But again, I don't think that's a problem. It didn't need to be more than it was in a sense.
Oh, another thing we noticed, it's very fast-paced. The pacing, not fast-paced. Sorry, that's not the correct word. It's very well-paced. Nothing drags for too long.
Yeah, I was never bored.
Moves. It's not something you're going to be all right, come on, can they get out of whatever, the cave?
Yeah, no, it didn't last that long there.
Yeah. I felt like I was engaged in the movie the entire time. There was not a moment where I found myself daydreaming or bored. I really just felt engaged.
The animated short, the Simpsons short before it, I loved it. I thought it was
I'm not a Simpsons fan.
I watched Simpsons all the time growing up because I didn't have cable. And I stopped watching it I don't know, 10 years ago. But I was like, oh my god, this is classic Simpsons right here. It was it's funny.
We were surprised it was The Simpsons.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be Simpsons, especially so soon after they acquired Fox. But I enjoyed the fact that it was there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, guys. So what did you guys think of Onward? Did you agree with us? Did you disagree? Comment down below and let us know. We'd love to talk to you guys about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.
Nico's birthday bippity boppity box coming soon. We're in the same clothes in that video, so.
Oh yeah.
All right, so.
We're not just wearing the same thing all the time. I promise.
We change our clothes. All right, guys.
We sometimes shower.
Sometimes.
Only sometimes. Yeah.
Have a magical day.
May the force be with you.
Bye.
Bye.